Hey everybody, Matt here for AVC and welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be mounting a FIAMMA awning to our AVC roof rack. Let's get to work. Today we're mounting a Fiamma F45S in the 3 meter or 300 from Fiamma. And if you measure in freedom units, it's 10 foot 1 inch. Using an AVC roof rack makes this install super easy. All of our slots that are designed for our crossbars also line up exactly with the Fiamma hardware, so it couldn't be easier. Let's get to work. Let's crack this box open and get to work. Before we toss all this stuff in the recycling bin, let's save one of these corner braces. It's going to help us with the setup. Now that we have the box open, let's take a look at what's inside. We of course have the Fiamma F45 awning. We have the 3 supplied mounting plates. We have a baggie of hardware. We're going to use all of this stuff. We have the crank arm keepers here so we can store that nicely in our van. We have some stakes to stake down our legs. Then we have a couple of pieces here that we're not going to use. These are little leg mounts that would normally mount to the side of the vehicle. Since we have a Ford Transit, there's just not a good place to mount these on the vehicle. We don't use them. There's also a couple of plastic covers here that cover the hardware on the back side of our roof rack. We don't use these either, but feel free to if you like. All right, I'm gonna just roll the awning over and let's take a look at the back side. So you can see here on the back, they have labels for where the supports are going to be. Of course, we're looking at this upside down because I rolled it backwards. And the brackets are gonna mount just like this. Ideal placement is going to put our brackets in front of these supports. That's going to be the official Fiamma way. Before we go up the ladder, let's dry fit our mounting brackets to the awning and measure from outside to outside edge. So it looks like it's 117 inches. We're going to transfer that measurement to that piece of cardboard that we saved from our packaging. We're going to cut this down to size. With our cardboard cut down to size, let's go ahead and put it up on the rack. With our cardboard template in place on our roof rack, let's take a Sharpie and mark the pills on the back side of our roof rack to indicate where we're going to mount our mounting brackets. Now slide your mounting bracket in line with the slot from our pill shape on the roof rack as close to the support sticker as possible. Now mark both of these holes that are on the bottom of the mounting bracket onto the awning case. So we've opened up the awning so we can take a look at what's inside before we drill some holes. Let's take a look. So we can see our 2 alignment holes here for our mounting brackets. This hole right here is right in front of this hinge. So let's not drill this one open, but this one here is in some free space. This is going to be a perfect place to add our hardware. The last thing we're going to do is open up the hole just for the center mounting bracket. We're going to go just below the normal square hole, like right there. So let's go ahead and open these holes ever so slightly lower. Now we're ready to mount these brackets on the roof. So I'm going to grab my awning bracket, one of my Fiamma backing plates, 2 of my carriage bolts, and 2 of the nylocks. We're also going to need a 10mm socket. Let's jump up on the roof. Now this is the time where you're going to want your builder buddy, so go ahead, grab your awning, load it up on the roof. Before we mount our awning to our brackets, there's a couple adjustments we want to make it a little bit easier as we go along here. So what I would recommend is setting just the screw part into your bracket at the very front first, then adjusting the middle bracket to align with the hole that we drilled in the awning case. Then after those are set, we can open up the awning and we can adjust the rearmost bracket because we can actually get to that from a ladder. Once we start opening that awning up, it's going to be really tough to get to that middle bracket. So let's make sure that middle bracket is adjusted and in line first. Then we can open the awning and start bolting things together. This last section was pretty tight to film, so it was a little bit tough to see, and it's actually a pretty tight job to do physically, but we just wanted to show you the tools that we use. It's this little teeny 90-degree ratchet drive for the Phillips, and then we use a little indexed ratchet open-end wrench here too. But these are pretty much the only tools we have found that make this an easy job to do, and even then, it's a pretty tight job. So we'll have a link for these in the description below. Right, and with that, our install is complete. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. And if you're not part of our team yet, please subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Hey, we can hear you talking on camera. Hey, we can hear you talking on camera.